Cherry, you are a franchisee at McDonald's in Essex, and I read about the fantastic things that you're doing. And my question to you is, where did that come from? Why do you do what you do?
I think historically it probably came from my first career, because I used to be in the army.
Yeah.
And obviously in army camps you have RSMs, sergeant majors, who go around and making sure that the soldiers pick everything up and it's spotless.
Yeah.
And also, having travelled quite widely, I've seen clean countries and how much more pretty the countryside looks. So
which countries stand out in your mind as exemplars?
Germany used to be, I don't know what it's like now, but certainly when I served 6 years in Germany, and it was spotless.
Okay.
More recently, Singapore, Korea, Japan. Singapore, I mean, it just doesn't exist, literally does not exist, and they fine ruthlessly if you drop litter, like £1,000.
So what would we see on the streets of Japan or Singapore, perhaps, that we don't? Do they have more bins, or do people just take it home?
They just take it home. They take it home and they recycle. And Japan, in fact, they've started doing it here. They have like cigarette areas on the streets, which are all cordoned off and taped off with cigarette bins, and you only smoke in those areas.
Okay, because
so
that's
you
the
don't
big
smoke
thing.
in Singapore. You do not eat or drink on the train. You cannot eat or drink in the street. It's just not done.
Because fast food is one of the major causes of litter, because people are eating on the go, and particularly young people, then they drop it. And I do a lot of litter picking in one of our local parks, and so much of it is energy drinks, crisp packets. But listen, you are one in a million, because you work for McDonald's, and I know that you've done amazing things in Essex. So why and how are you influencing your other McDonald's colleagues?
So obviously my passion for litter stemmed from there,
Yeah.
but equally I think, McDonald's, we do have a problem in that a small, really small minority of people drop litter and are totally responsible, and we have got our part to do. I mean, that's clear. And even when I joined McDonald's, which was now 20 years ago, 1996, McDonald's even then was doing litter picks. From 1982 we started doing litter picks as part of our sort of social responsibility, and to be part of the solution, because I think we generally have to do something.
Yep.
So it sort of stemmed from there, and I first employed people to look after my car park in the surrounding area the year I started with McDonald's. McDonald's relationship at that time in Braintree was not great.
And so when you say you employed somebody, did you take that out of your profit, or was that something that made... Okay, so that was a decision that you made.
I took, yes. I now employ 9 people just to look after rubbish in across the branches.
So was that unheard of?
No, it isn't. I mean, we all, in every single restaurant, we do litter picks, and the staff will go out and do litter picks, as part of their job. So no, I think we've costed it out across the whole company now. It's about £9,000 per restaurant per year. That was sort of a couple of years ago, so it's probably more like 10 now.
And so
in terms of profit going into just litter picking and collecting litter.
And so you've got a radius, I've read. A radius, is it 150 metres around the
we
restaurant?
try and do at least that. Most of us do an awful lot more. And we would liaise properly with councils to see if there were any other areas that we could do a partnership approach to as well.
You see, now I'm curious about what you see the role that McDonald's can play in educating your customers, because I'm of the view that litter picking is really satisfying and we need to do it, but if we can stop the behaviour. So is there more that say, and I will name and shame it, Red Bull for example, I see so much of their stuff around, cigarette companies, McDonald's, I do see a lot of McDonald's, that you can say, hey, please, when you leave our restaurant, put it in a bin. Yeah. Do you do anything?
We do use the Tidy Man logo on the packaging.
Yeah, I know.
We've got target bins, which are quite popular.
What's a target bin?
It's a bin which has got an open aperture, so that as you're driving, you can aim at like a basketball thing.
Okay.
You can aim at a hole where the rubbish
goes. If they don't get it in, they need to get out and pick it up.
But it's quite big, so it's quite a good way, and that does encourage people to do that. We've got signs up in our car park. We've got big banners up saying, which reflect the Essex campaign as well.
Yes.
So I've got a big banner up saying, don't drop litter. Basically, it's not a smart thing to do.
Great.
And you might get fined. We also work with the council on litter enforcement in the car park. so that if we see a car dropping litter,
Yep.
we would report that registration number under the See It Report It campaign that Braintree District Council do.
I haven't heard of that.
And then they would, I assume, take that number plate forward that we've seen the car from in the car park, drop the litter, and prosecute.
And have you ever had any of those stories in the local rag, so that you spread the message and people think, right, better not do that?
Certainly Braintree do, and wherever we can, we do that. I think the most expensive cigarette butt fine in Braintree ended up at about £2,000 in the magistrates' court.
I love it. Well, it puts people off if the story gets out there, Cherry. Then it really sends a message.
It does.
I think we're being told to be quiet now, aren't we? The conference is starting. Cherry, thank you so much. I can't wait to share this with the people back in St Albans. You're a darling.